Hey guys, so today I'm going to be renovating some of my old cards so I can get ready for upgrading the prototype because eventually I'm going to be ready to buy blank playing cards and blank hexagonal playing cards because that's the shape that I want. So it's just I'm refining the cards to get ready for when I move from the prototype to the second prototype. So we have these four card options. We have the first task card. We have two species cards, Creighton and Blurg. I love Blurg. I just love his like the way he's like reaching out to you. He's just so cute. And then we have the facility card, but we're gonna choose three of them. So let's go with Creighton. I don't know why I snatched him like that. But most of the reason why I chose this card is because the inspiration. So the symbol for food, I used that symbol for his eyes because I was looking at it and I was like, I could really flop that and make them eyes and see what comes out of that. And then I gave him like a little cute hat just because. So that's why we chose Creighton. The now we're down to three. Let's see. I'll probably go with the task card because this is a card that I've been needing to update anyways, and also I need to incentivize the trading hub because right now during the playtesting, the trading hub has become a little iffy if it's going to stay in the final game. So for the final card, we already have a species card, and as much as I love Blurg, I just have no idea what I would do to update him at this time. So we're going to go with the facility card, and you got to go. Sorry, Blurg. So we're going to start with the task card, mostly because when I was making this task card, the initial goal was for it to incentivize attacking because there's a phase called planetary contact where you can attack or trade. So we're gonna change the requirement from attacking to represent trading, and then I'm thinking about changing the reward because of just how much there is. And then I'm definitely going to be changing the text, which is the flavor, because your boss is assigning you this task. So that's just like a little blurb from your boss. He's telling you that the sunlight is they want to monopolize sunlight, so they need you to collect as much as you can. I want to change that up because I feel like your boss isn't gonna do all that, like explaining. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take a pencil and just sketch out the layout of the card. I had no quarrels with the layout of the card, loved the way that it looked. I have been trying to retrain myself to use pencils first because all throughout school, if I could use a pen, I was using a pen. And if I messed up, it was just going to be scribbled out. And whoever had to read it was just going to have to deal with it. But I kind of want to retrain myself to use a pencil first. That way I can erase any mistakes and then just go over them with a pen or a Sharpie or whatever I have on hand to really finalize it. This, I'm shading this in because I'm iffy about it. I chose that because I wanted everything to have its own heading. And eventually I did decide to just go with it, but be more intentional. So I'm doing specifically 4 spikes on each side to make it look like a piece of tape, as if like your boss taped up a task on like a task board or something. So now that we have it finalized, let me just get rid of those eraser shavings. Let me just point something out really quick before we continue. There are going to be an accumulation of pencil of eraser shavings. I do not have a handheld vacuum, and honestly, I was so locked in, I just didn't even notice. Wow. Woo. Okay, so I really love how crisp this came out with the red outline and then the green outline on requirements and reward because I was trying to figure out how to make it just look more put together. And I was like, just put a box. So boom. Now we have the words. I changed up the requirement. If you notice on the old card, it said that you needed to loot for sunlight, which means you would attack somebody. But on this card, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Okay, I finally noticed the eraser shavings. But now on this card, there is not only it says you need to fill your trading hub with sunlight. So instead of attacking somebody, you're filling up your own trading hub. And then also, I updated the reward to match the symbols instead of me writing sunlight, food, and water. So now we're gonna go in for the flavor of the card. And first thing I decided to do was put a little text bubble because why was I so boring and why did I only put just the words on the first one? I'm already really loving how this card is coming out. It looks just like for an index card and for it to be a prototype, it looks more professional. And it's just making me really excited to see the outcome. Now, we're not going to talk about the fact that I dragged the card off the screen and it was coming in out of focus. Look at the final product. Look at it. Yes. Now look at the other one over there. Yeah. No. No. We went ahead and changed the aesthetic. We went ahead and changed the layout, and it looks 10 times better. Now, instead of keeping it boring, I need to fill in that white. So the themes on all these cards, I'm thinking I'm going to put a galaxy on it because the game is called Corporate Cosmos. So I went ahead and went in with a light colored purple. And then once I got all of like the rim colored in, I decided to go in with a darker color purple and dot all the way around. So okay, and last but not least, this is the final version of the card. I'm so excited to okay, more hand stuff. Okay, you know that sounds bad. But this is the final version of the card. Comparing to the original card, this one just pops more. Everything is more pronounced. I definitely loved that I went in with the pencil first because it allowed me to be more creative without fear of having to go with the flow. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I guess I got hungry. We're just gonna go ahead and skip through this. Okay, back to the card. And I mean, what else can I say? It just looks chef's kiss. He eats it down. It does its big one. Everything that I wanted from the original card has come out on this card. And I'm just really obsessed with the colored trim with all the little dots in there. It just looks, I wish I could see it in person. Coming soon, maybe. But yeah, so that was the task card. Now, I mean, it's time to move on. We got stuff to do. Okay, so now we're moving on to Creighton. I still think that Creighton will look amazing as a squishy, but let's go ahead and get into it. I went ahead and skipped over doing the outline because we already did that on the task card. Go over with pencil, then come in with your Sharpie and make it look bold. I moved the line down, made the spot for his picture bigger, and I got rid of the white space at the top. I don't have time for all that. His mouth, we have to do something about that because honestly, and y'all didn't hear it from me, but that was a mistake. I just yuck. Okay. How many of y'all said bless you? Exactly, clock T. Let's get back into it. We gotta move that. I'm thinking the true identity of Creighton is that he's actually a little tiny person inside of that box, and it's like like the crustacean that like eats the tongue and then takes over. And then we went ahead and consolidated the food items. That's important for the trading hub, which I'll get into in another video. But there were some problems, and we had to get that consolidated down so that there was more incentive to trade. So now we're going to go ahead and go in to sketch his body because I just know for a fact that I'm a lot better with traditional art than I am with digital art. Not that I'm an artist to begin with, but if I had to pick my preference, it's going to be traditional art over digital art every single day. Is it mostly because I haven't learned how to do digital art? Maybe, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, so I went ahead and started with the little bean bag body. I'll call it bean bag because he just looks so squishable. Like, please make him into a squishy. honestly, Mariah Elizabeth, if you ever see this video, make Creighton into a squishy, like, please. It would just be so cute. Like, can I commission it? How do I do that? Let me know. Okay, so you can see here, I'm actually like discovering how to like position body parts. I'm like realizing that if you put like a little nub and then you just connect the nub to the outside of the on the hand, it looks like it's supposed to be on the body. Like it looks like it's a part of the body if you put like a little nub first. So now we're gonna go in for the eyes, and when I tell you I struggled with these eyes, so frackin' frack, FRACK, so frackin' much. I just I could not get them right, and I needed them to be symmetrical. And then I kept looking at the reference and being like, "Oh, like they're droopy. That's why they look. That's why he looks so derpy." And I try to make them droop, and it just looks like he has humongous eye bags. So I scrapped that again, and then I was like, "Okay, let's just make them like a little sharper at the top." That still didn't look right, and in the end, they still ended up coming out like a little wonky. But I had to move on. We had to get onto the mouth. So I just went ahead and sketched his like little wide smile, and then I put the box and erased the middle part. I'm realizing that he's turning out a lot less derpy and a lot more what's the word? Creepy. Cause why do you look like that? Like why do you look like you're actually about to like attack me or something? So I went ahead and put his little hat on because I was just like, okay, the hat's gonna make it all better. Looking back on it, I should have put okay, more hand stuff. What is it with me and hand stuff? Oh my gosh. Please don't clip that. Looking back on it, I think a feather on the hat would have done wonders to make it like more of a character. So, but like we're here now. So now we're gonna go in with color, and this is my first time using this setup. I don't have a tripod and everything, so I sometimes I get too locked in and I drag the card off screen. But what I did is I went in with color on the hat, and then started to match the hat with colors on the body. So I matched the colors of his little nubs onto the body. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do with the main body. I know I want it to be furry, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm like drawing in like little tufts of fur. I've seen Mariah do this a lot, and I was like, does that actually work? Does it actually make them look furry? And it does. It does. It does. I don't know why I was questioning her. I should have listened to the artist to begin with. So then I don't know what I started doing. I just started going in with little dots. Not little dots. I started going with like little streaks, as if it was like his hair. You know how like on a bear it has like hair down its body. And for some weird reason, I convinced myself that looks good. Like that must be what we need to do with the whole thing. But honestly, I want to clip this. It looks really good in pencil. But then I made a mistake. I decided to go in with purple, the darkest color purple I had, pen. And it just ruined the whole atmosphere. Like, why does he look hairy? He doesn't look furry, he looks hairy. Oh my gosh. He looks like if you were to animate like in Loud House somebody having a hairy cousin and we're gonna make fun of him. That's what he looks like. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I just make it like a little ombre and I just move the lighter color up and then I do an even lighter color on the top. It's not working. It's not working at all. And at this point, I'm literally starting to get overstimulated because nothing is working. So, literally, all this, nothing moving around, is literally me rummaging through my cabinets looking for any type of color. I tested out the green and I was like, okay, that doesn't look the worst. Maybe he is like a little dark green person. So I commit to it. And honestly, this was really satisfying to watch it all get filled in. Eventually, I'll learn how to position my camera and how to make the edits. This is what he looks like on the back. And this is what he looks like on the front. I should have stopped here. Why did y'all not stop me? After I saw this, I should have been like, that was it. Now, why did I have to color in the eyeballs? So I'm rummaging through my drawers again to find another color. And I was like, this little burgundy color doesn't look bad next to the green. Right. He looks like a demon. He looks evil. Evil. He looks evil, guys. But it's okay. I still love Creighton. Honestly, the more that I look at him in person, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I ate that drawing down. Now, these are the final products. I'm more in love with the task card than I am with Creighton. I'm probably gonna ask my girlfriend. She's an actual artist. I should have consulted her to begin with on a color palette. Like, how do I get my color palette together? But for now, we're just gonna have to figure it out alone. Mind you, right after I said that statement, my girlfriend walks in and I ask her about the color palette. She was saying I should probably go for color pencils. Like, the color palette's fine. I should just go for color pencils. But so that is everything that we have. We didn't get to the facility card. Creighton really overstimulated me. So we didn't get to the facility card. But I hope that you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow. I'm going to link all my social medias down below if you want to follow like me every single day. Because I'm probably only going to post these videos every 2 weeks. Because they do take a lot to make. But bye. See you guys next time.